Oh, whoa! Hey, my smosh heads will know what that's about. And where my smosh head's at. Hello, you guys. Now, I have a topic I've been dying to talk about that I've been running through my brain for a minute now. So I want us to twink about it together. We're all gonna learn together. Let's start this off with manic pixie dream girls. What is it? Is it good to be one or is it bad? It's probably not so black and white. I think me and I know lots of feminine presenting alt people have been compared to the likes of Ramona Flowers, the girl from Eternal Sunshine. I forget her name. There's definitely more I'm forgetting right now. Hold on. But these type of people. And I want to do some research today, right now, on what exactly is a manic pixie dream girl because I'm not exactly too sure. So, here, can I give you guys a rundown on what I think a manic pixie dream girl is and what they can be categorized as? I think a manic pixie dream girl is a girl who is so sure of herself and she's confident in who she is, and she shows this in forms of self-expression such as dyeing her hair, wearing some funky clothes that represent herself, and on the down low, kinda aromantic. I don't know what it is about manic pixie dream girl characters where I'm just like, oh, she's so aromantic. And straight white boys love them. And straight white boys think that's the love of their life because she's quote unquote different. The truth is she's not different. She just knows who she is and is aromantic. White boy, I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder while I say this, white boy. You can't fix her. She's just aromantic. Oh my god, it's true. Like, I think that's one of the appeals of manic pixie dream girls is because they're so certain of themselves. It's not really like their priority to find a man, you know? It's usually the man finds them and then falls in love with them. But she doesn't seek him out. She doesn't. It's. Not to say that's an aromantic trait, but from the eyes of an aromantic, real ones are clocking. Real ones are cocking down real ones. Real ones are clocking the real ones, bro. I can smell an aromantic a mile away. Alright, let's see. What is a manic pixie dream girl? Don't give me the AI overview. Give me the Wikipedia. Yes. A manic pixie dream girl is a stock character type in fiction, usually depicted as a young woman with eccentric personality quirks who serves as the romantic interest for a male protagonist. Straight white man. The term was coined in 2007 by film critic Nathan Rabin after observing Kirsten Dunst's character in Elizabethtown. Okay. Rabin to criticize the type as one-dimensional, existing only to provide emotional support to the protagonist. Or to teach him important life lessons while receiving nothing in return. The term has since entered the general vernacular. All right. Let's see. Okay, don't give me like the origins. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, well, yeah, that was kind of the basic rundown. Let's go to Reddit. Reddit, the real ones are on Reddit, bro. Generally, in the story, the man has a career-oriented life, or if it isn't, at the very minimum, his life is stuck in a rut, going nowhere. Enter the manic pixie dream girl. She suddenly drops into the man's life. She generally She's generally lively, random, quirky, ditzy, cares little for social norms. The most important thing, however, is that she starts to break the man out of his shell, and through her actions, the man realizes how to live a happier life. Notable is that a real manic pixie dream girl, as the term was originally intended, has no agenda beyond helping the man. She exists as a plot device to make the man happy, not to achieve anything on her own. And that is how straight men see me. So, to everyone's demise, I think I am claiming the role of manic pixie dream girl. Since everyone wants to shove it down my throat, I will claim the role of manic pixie dream girl. Is this good or is this bad? It's not looking too hot after what I just read. But I guess, yeah, it's a goddamn wreck, I think. The whole thing is a wreck. But sometimes you feel like a manic pixie dream girl in not the best way. In an aromantic way. In an aromantic way am I feeling a manic pixie dream girl. Okay, geek break. I had to try to explain to a man once compared me to Ramona Flowers, indirectly posting, by the way, "Hey, white man, when I get you, white man." Indirectly posting, referring to me as Ramona Flowers, because I had blue hair. And I had to explain to him what a manic pixie dream girl was, and I couldn't give him an exact answer. But I think if he heard the rundown, if I gave him that Wikipedia page, if I gave him that paragraph not stating that it was about a manic pixie dream girl, I think he would say, "Oh my god, that's so you." So it's like, I'm not really winning, you know? You can't win when you're a manic pixie dream girl for... Well, now that I identify as a manic pixie dream girl, I can't say... I can't say it's not the best. It's not the best to have someone form an emotional attachment to you only to find out they were just being nice. And they think you're the savior, and they think there's something about you that they need to fix. That seems to be a reoccurring pattern with manic pixie dream girls, is whether the man knows it or not, he's trying to fix her. Hey man, you can't fix her, she's just aromantic. There's nothing, God, nothing upsets me more than people feeling like they need to fix these type of girls. 'Cause it's just, it's so demeaning. It's so demeaning. I mean, to be someone in that situation where someone's telling you, like, "I know you've been hurt so many times, and it's just like waiting for you to change your mind about anything." It's so demeaning. It's like, what about me do you think needs to be fixed? This is who I am. And I know damn well you're not going to be the one to change that, you know? Everyone thinks that they're the special one. Everyone wants to think that they're the one. They think they're going to be the one that changes the way my brain is wired. My brain is wired that way for a reason. And that's not something you must fix, you dumbass! Pissed as hell. So yeah, manic pixie. I'm the newest member of Manic Pixie Dream Girl Central. If anyone wants if anyone wants to form an emotional attachment to me, just like let me know. Just know it's probably gonna end like Eternal Sunshine. Hey, I'm warning you. I warned you. Alright. Dude, I do this thing where here's the thing. I like to sleep with no pants on, okay? That's not an unusual thing to say. That's not an unusual thing to do. So I just take my pants off and I sleep in my underwear. Is that a crime? Shirt on, pants off, underwear out. So, and I do this, and I, oh my god. I just remembered I need to stop saying like or and I need to stop saying so, because I use so as a filler word a lot too. Okay. No pants. And I lock my door because I know for a fact that somebody is going to walk through that door, usually being my mom. And it's always my mom because she likes to check in on me when it, like, you know, she's about to go to bed and she'll come in. And so I lock my door and I tell her the first time she came in, I mean, I have the blankets over me, but I was like, hey, I locked that door because I don't have any pants on. And then she was like, gross. And I said, hey, that's why I locked the door, because I'm allowed to have no pants on when it's like 10 p.m. in my own room. You would think no one would come in, but I locked the door just in case, because I don't want anyone to walk in on me with no pants on. And everyone should thank me now. And so I told her that. And then, so now, keep in mind, now she's aware that when the door is locked, that means I'm cozy in bed, no pants on. This lady will see that the door is locked. She'll wiggle the doorknob, and I'll literally call from the door. It's like, I have no pants on. She still goes, she finds a coin to unlock the door. And then when she comes in and I tell her, hey, the door is locked because I have no pants on, she is shocked. She's aghast. And I said, you know that I do this. And it's this constant cycle of her knowing that the door is locked because I have no pants on. And she still comes in either way. And it's just like, why don't you have any pants on? Am I not allowed to have no pants on at 11 p.m. in my own room? Watching YouTube, probably watching Smosh. Am I not allowed to be cozy? That's why I lock the door. I'm so upset about this. And it's just gonna keep happening. And there's nothing anyone can ever do about it, ever. It's not sitting in her brain that the door is locked because my pants are off. And she's just gonna keep walking in. One day, she's gonna walk in, unlock the door. She's gonna unlock the door, walk in, and I'm gonna say, guess what? And before she even has time to respond, I'm just gonna stand up, cheeks out, because I'm tired. I'm tired. And if that's the only way, then I'll have to do. And it's a constant cycle. Next time she does that, I will be doing that. I'm gonna rip those blankets off. And I'm gonna start doing yoga. I'm gonna rip those blankets off, start doing downward dog, and nothing. Forget just wearing underwear. I'm stripping down naked and doing downward dog. And I'm gonna say, oh, I'm sorry. I thought I locked the door. Downward dog, butt ass naked. I thought I locked the door. I'm sorry. Oh my god, give me 1 second. My microphone's drooping. Geek break. I need a geek after that. I need a geek! You're cleansed. I recently had this one interaction at work with one of my other coworkers, and we were making jokes in a cartoonish fashion about, oh no, I dropped this lid. It would be a shame if it were to slice directly into you, like clean cut, just like cartoonish bone nub. And he was just like, that'll be okay because you're just a girl, right? And I was shocked. I said, no, don't put that agenda on me. I'm a big burly man. And don't get it fucking twisted now. It made me a little upset. I can't lie, I was a little upset. That fucking I'm just a girl agenda, don't push it on me. Anyone else is allowed to have it. I don't have a problem with a girl being like, but I'm just a girl. I get it. Do not try to push it on me, though. I did not say, but fuck, about being just a girl. I'm mad. This isn't even about misgendering. This is about the principle. This is about the principle of it all. What do you mean? If I slice through you using this tiny sauce cup lid, I'm not doing it in just a girly fashion. I'm doing it as a big burly man. And you can quote me on that. I once made a man question his sexuality. Do I even want to tell this story? I mean, straight man, mind you. Straight man. I dominated that man. I rocked that man's world so crazy. We had to step outside on the roof, smoke a cigarette, and he had to be like, I just felt like that was a big burly man on me. I have to think about this. And he was like, I don't know who that was. That was a big burly man who dominated me. And I need to think about this because maybe I like being dominated by big burly men. That's how serious this is. Do you guys understand? If you don't love me at my submissive girl, then you don't deserve me at my big burly man dominatrix. So that was really upset. And another thing along those lines is the girls don't poop bullshit. I'm so sick and tired of that joke. That's one where if you ever say that shit, I'm mad. I mean, if you're a girl, maybe I will let it slide. But if you're a man, if a girl is talking about pooping and then a man chimes in and says, wait, but girls don't poop, I'm going to kill you! It makes me mad. Let that girl poop and let her be proud of it and let her talk about it. Do not put that onto her where is she not allowed to poop? It's never that serious. But it makes me mad. What's that one quote that's like, don't be a girl who poops, be a bitch who shits. Yes. And I live by that. Be a bitch who shits. Please. And next time when you're talking about your bowel movements and a man tries to tell you, but girls don't poop, I need you to look him dead in the eye and say, bitch, I shit. And be so serious about it. Aisha Erotica, everyone knows I shit, bitch. That is the realest thing that one can ever do. And that was probably the most realist thing she's ever said in her life. Everybody knows I shit, bitch. And say it again. Say it louder for the fucking little evil men in the back that loves to pull out the joke of girls don't poop. Girls do poop. Girls be shitting. Believe it or not, girls be shitting. And it's awesome. I don't know what is happening to me in this episode. where I'm just like thrashing around and yelling. I promise I took my meds today. I promise. I'm just really worked up about all this. I'm probably blowing out the audio so crazy, and I'll never fucking know. Because once again, I will be blind posting this and not watching it until like 2 hours later. So I'm sorry in advance if the audio is that bad. And I'm sorry for yelling. I shouldn't be yelling at this time. 3:26 p.m. Shit. The neighbors are going to be so mad at me. I'm disturbing their sleep time. Mind you, my family is home. They've always been home every time I film these. And I know for a fact that my brother probably just heard me yell, "Girls be shittin', be a bitch who shits." And that's a really beautiful thing. And I hope he hears it. And I hope he really hears it. Really let it sink in. So that we're less populated by these types of people who think this way. And let it really sink in. Ugh, my fucking posture. Do I do a side angle with my posture? It's really upsetting. And what I've been trying to do recently is I'll find myself sitting horribly and I go, "Wait, but I'm that bitch." And then I wish I was joking. I wish I was joking. Every time I find myself like slouching, I literally remind myself and be like, "Wait, I'm that bitch. Wait, I'm a bad bitch. Wait, I'm that girl. Let me." And I mean, it works. Oh, guys, one day I'll get an actual microphone. But I really like the charm of just using these headphones. And I hope you guys do too. God damn it! I keep fixing this blanket and it's just falling off. Okay. Oh my god. You know, I'll put this under. I'll bring you guys with me here. I have been sleeping so good recently. And that's really a beautiful thing because I used to be so sleep deprived to the point where I would hear shit. I would hear abnormal shit. And you know what I was hearing? At the peak of my Chemical Romance utter brain rot, I would literally, like, I would close my eyes to sleep and I could just hear the beginning of the Destroya bongos, because the way that song is like the bongos like kind of like like they get louder. Here, let me play it so you guys know what I'm talking about, because it's it's the scariest thing when you're on the verge of sleeping and then you just hear it like in the distance and it's like you can't tell. Here, listen. That shit, when you're you just hear them getting closer. I was literally like, "Oh my god, they're coming to get me." I was so scared. And this happened like I think for like a week straight. Like every single night I would just hear that ominous. Like, they're coming to get me, dude. I really thought it was over for me. And then I got over that. And then, like, a month later, I was listening to a lot of Panic at the Disco. And I kept hearing Brendan Urie whisper in my ear when I was half asleep. Oh my god. It was him literally whispering. Because there's this one part in one of their songs where he goes, "Let's pick up," and that every time I was so close to dozing off, I could feel his presence right here, feel his presence, and then whisper in my ear, "Let's pick up." Also, might be more scary than the Destroya Bongos. If there is an entity in my room of an emo vocalist, the last person I'd want it to be is Brendan Urie. That's not true. There's definitely worse. But if it was Brendan Urie, I'm just gonna go, like, I'm just like, oh, okay. There's better ones and there's worse ones. Brendan is kind of like in a neutral territory for me, where I'm just like, oh, okay. Let's pick up. He's sucking on my ear, dude. Brendan Urie's sucking on my ear when I'm half asleep. Nightmare. Alright, so I mentioned in the last episode the possibility of naming this podcast Unholyverse. And I don't think many of you out there know what Unholyverse is, unless I've sucked your ear off about it before. Hold on. You're gonna need a geek. You're gonna need to. I need someone else on the other side of the camera hitting the geek every time I hit the geek. That would be a fun game. That would be a fun game right there. Fun little game to feel connected. To feel like we are one. That would be really sweet. If someone could do that, just let me know. So, Unholyverse. Beautiful piece of MCR fanfiction that was written in, 2011, I believe. Because one time, I think for a few shows, Gerard Way wore a priest outfit. He wore a priest outfit a few times for a few performances. And clap if you're surprised, he looked hot as fuck. Clap if you're surprised. Okay, moving on. I'm tapping this microphone a lot. Can I? This microphone's not working. Hold on. I'm pissed. Okay, that should be good. He looked so fucking good, and I'm sure that's where this stemmed from, this fanfic. Because, can I summarize this fanfic off the dome? My septum's falling out? Let's see. Okay, Gerard Way is a priest. He doesn't get introduced into the story until a chapter or two in. But Okay, what the fuck? This is so embarrassing. My storage got full halfway through my sentence. What the fuck am I paying $10 a month for? What do you mean my storage is full? You've gotta be fucking kidding me. Please don't go out. Anyways, Unholyverse. Frank Iero is the main character, aka the guitarist of My Chemical Romance. And emos love yaoi, so they often ship Gerard Way and Frank Ferrard for short. So this is a Ferrard fanfic. And basically, Frank is going through stigmata. And if you don't know what stigmata is, let me enlighten you because it's one of my favorite things to think about. It's when the wounds of Jesus Christ manifest onto you for no utter reason, no explanation, and it's happens to usually really, really holy people. And they see it as a blessing to experience what Jesus Christ went through when he was getting crucified. Now, Frank is the complete opposite of religious. He's a scoundrel. He's a rascal. He's a silly little guy. He's not doing anything, has not been to church. And so he's like, what the fuck is happening? And Gerard Way Priest comes in, and the rest you can figure out. The thing is, the reason I bring this up is because beginning of the story, the way that the story begins to get set into motion is Frank gets a strange tattoo. Not a strange tattoo, but from a tattoo shop that he doesn't usually go to, because he works at a tattoo shop piercing place with his friends. And so he goes to this strange place and he says, I want this. For no other reason, really. And that tattoo is a seraph angel tattoo on his hand slash wrist. So that's why I got the tattoo. Fanfic so beautiful, I had to get it referenced on me forever. It's a pretty decent fanfic. Like, me personally, I don't know if it was that life changing, but it definitely is intriguing. And it's just such an important piece of work in the My Chemical Romance fandom that I said, that's actually a really cool idea. I'm gonna become Frank Iero. It's one of my favorite things to bring up. It's just, yes, I got this because of a fan fiction. What's wrong? You start slowly backing away. What's wrong? I got this from a beautiful yaoi emo fan fiction. They gave me the genius idea of doing so. God, I've been wanting this tattoo ever since I read that fanfic, which is like maybe, I can't remember if it was less than a year or like maybe about a year ago. Around there. And so I finally fucking did it. I finally did it. And it's awesome. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. Take that hit, take that hit. Who out there would be hitting the geek as well? Megan, I know you probably have one. Can you hit the geek every time I hit the geek? I feel so connected to you right now. You know what's crazy? I'm sorry for the long ass pause. I just forgot how I was gonna set this up. I'll just go into it then. For all of high school, I was really introverted, you know? As one usually is when they're emo and in theater and art. So, I didn't talk to many people other than the friends I had already made, but I hated interacting with people. And I thought that was it. I thought I was just an introvert forever. Until after I graduated, and then I got a job, and I met lots of new people, and I had to talk to new people every day because I was a cashier. And then I discovered I actually really like talking to people. I like starting conversations with new people. This is so bizarre. I thought I was an introvert. Turns out, I'm not. I'm actually a pervert. That's... sorry, like halfway through that sentence, I remembered that one quote that's like, people be asking, are you an introvert or an extrovert? Bitch, I'm a pervert. Also reigns true. And like I said, I need all my aromantic people, all my aromantic perverts, aromantic perverts to rise up. So yeah, and then I discovered I actually really like talking to new people, and it really changes the game. Whoa, it really changed the game. Turns out high school was just an awful, like battleground for trying to talk to people. You will find your people after high school if you have not found them yet. Because holy shit, that really changes the game. Is just realizing high school sucks ass, but your people are out there. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to have a just a community of people. So don't let it get you down. Does anyone else listen to songs that, like, you just, not even like the artist, but like more of like the beat is just like, wow, I need to fuck this song. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Just like a song that makes you horny. Maybe you, like, not even for a particular reason, you're just like, oh my god, like, I feel hot. It's getting hot in here, you know? Like, because it can't just be me. And I know it can't be. There are, I, you know what usually happens? Songs that make you goon. List them off now. I have a beautiful 2012, no, like it's like the 2010s like club mix. It's a lot of Gaga, lots of Kesha, there's some Justin Timberlake, Nelly Furtado, you know. If Nelly Furtado's songs are not making you horny, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. If you're listening to Man Eater and you're not feeling like, oh my god, I could fuck something right now, then you're doing something wrong and you're not listening to the song correctly. But yeah, most of those songs by Lady Gaga, Kesha, Nelly will make me not horny necessarily. Maybe they make me feel like sexy, but like that also might be the same thing because it's just a sudden mood switch depending on the songs you listen to, you know. It's like Lady Gaga makes me feel like I'm on top of the world and I'm just like I might I really hope the microphone caught that comedic gulp because that wasn't on purpose. I'm shaking the microphone. I'm sorry, guys. That wasn't on purpose, but I really hope it caught that. There's just, like, I wish I could. Let me try to list them off the top of my dome. And you guys need to listen to them and tell me what you think and if it makes you feel hot and bothered. Alright, we already listed one. Man Eater by Nelly Furtado. That one will get you. Most of the songs. What is that album called? She Wants Revenge. What is that album called? Let me see. She wants revenge. Okay, so I completely mistyped that. Everyone bear with me. I'm an iPad kid. Let me iPad kid. My iPad is probably the most... I think if someone took my iPad away from me, I would die. Like, I genuinely would not have the will to live anymore. My iPad is so important to me. What's that album called? Up and Down. 2009 EP, She Wants Revenge, Up and Down. Every single song off that EP makes me hot and bothered. Okay? God damn. These songs are so good. All Wound Up, a little bit harder. Animal Attraction, Your Love. Those four. There's also Love Me. I don't think I've listened to that one fully. But those four, all ones you need to listen to. And tell me if you're not feeling the beat coursing through your veins and through your pee, you know? Through your penis, if you will. Pee for sure. Yeah, that album's really good if you want to feel really hot and cool. What else? It's, oh my god, I was really taken aback because this, I had that feeling. I had that feeling. I started getting hot and bothered when I was listening to, I shouldn't say hot and bothered while I while I do this. I started getting hot and bothered I was listening to Happy Together, but the Gerard Way cover. And halfway through I was like, why am I feeling this? There's a feeling swelling within me. It's just a Happy Together cover. But this one might be an exception because I'm just deeply in love with Gerard Way. And I think any word that comes out of Gerard Way's mouth, I'm just like, and suddenly, don't look in my underwear. Don't look down, there's a tent, you know? So that just really shocked me, I think, because it's a Happy Together cover, and it's really sweet, but I'm just like, I can just, ooh, thinking about it now, he just sounds really good in that song. I have to exclude, like, any My Chemical Romance songs, just because, by default, no matter what Gerard Way is saying to me or how he's saying it, the red sauce is gonna make me hurt myself and others, you know? What else? There's definitely... I'm trying to think. I feel like I have to exclude Pierce the Veil too, because again, I'm just so deeply in love with Vic Fuentes. Anything he says or how he says it, there's tent. Luckily, I have tent. So I'm just kind of left with this stuff. Yeah, but listen to that She Wants Revenge EP. Again, it's called Up and Down. And if you're feeling like, oh, I want to dance, I want to act like I'm in the club at during the 2010s, just put that on. I love that playlist so much. It's called I Feel So Alpha. So because it makes me feel so alpha, and it's self-explanatory. And what's wrong? You can't sit there and tell me you've never felt so alpha. And I'm sure you've even felt so omega. I need to make a playlist called I Feel So Omega, where it's just, I can already think about a good song that would go on there. That song, Using You by Mars Argo, would be a great I Feel So Omega song. I'm going to start that playlist. Wet by Daisy and the Scouts would also make a great I Feel So Omega song. Wait, guys, I'm cooking. Wait. Making a play. I'm going to make that playlist after this, probably. I Feel So Omega. And shout out to the ones who were there when I went through my crazy omegaverse era. Shout out to the ones who were there. When I was posting about omegaverse so many times, and the only thing that would come out of my mouth would be omegaverse of this, omegaverse that, alpha rut, meat stick. I'm an omega in heat, I need alpha rut meat stick. You guys really bared with me through that one. Holy shit, dude. It's nice to feel so loved. If you don't love me at my omegaverse, you don't deserve me at my I Feel So Alpha. Actually, if you don't love me at my omegaverse, then you don't deserve me at my... Every other thing I could use for this is like just as bad as omegaverse. Then you don't... If you can't love me at my omegaverse, then you don't deserve me at my unholyverse. That sounds good. That sounds good to me. Oh my god. Omegaverse just like really intrigued me for some reason. I was just like so pulled in, and I was learning so many things where I'm just like, that's interesting. I remember in the midst of all this, I made my now ex-boyfriend sit there and read an Omegaverse guide with me. And I was so excited to read it, and then he shut it down after like 2 paragraphs, and I was so upset. He was just kind of like, yeah, okay, we can put this down now. And I was just like not even. I was so excited to read it. I was so excited to read it and to go through all the different like types of like alphas, omegas, rutting, heats, and I was so excited to learn all about it. And then my dreams were shattered. So I had to read it alone. I had to read it alone on my own time. I want alpha rut meat stick. I'm in heat. What's wrong? Should we go through them right now? Oh my god, you guys. Omegaverse quiz! Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so... I'm shaking. This is so important to me. Oh my god. What's your ideal partner? Social, protective, motherly, independent, assertive, funny, tender, easily flustered, submissive, obedient, cuddly. Now these are all kind of... Here, let's knock them off the list. I don't want them to be too protective. I don't want them to be motherly. I don't care if they're independent. Assertive, no. Tender's a pretty good one. Easily flustered, no. Submissive, obedient, cuddly. I think I could go with the safe option and do funny. But it's when you're reading Omegaverse and you get an alpha who's like this jokester, it turns you off. And I don't... Not to say I was ever turned on by Omegaverse, please don't get me wrong here, but I'm just digging myself into a grave, and I do this a lot on this podcast. That's okay. It's just like the last thing you want is this witty son of a bitch to like I'm in heat and all I have is this like guy who's cracking jokes and trying out bits with me. I don't want that. That like ruins the vibe. I don't want to pick funny because of that. Should we just go with cuddly? Yeah, we'll do cuddly, I guess. Where would you go for a first date? Movies and dinner, bowling, aquarium/zoo, my house, nighttime hike, clubbing, their house, picnic date. So immediately I'm going... Okay, it's between bowling and picnic date. That sounds like a good time. My issue is I'm scared to go to dinner on a first date because the way my stomach is, it's boiling. It's churning. Be a bitch who shits. You take me out to dinner? What am I gonna get that doesn't make me shit my pants? But I feel like a picnic date is more casual, where I'm not eating 5 cheese pasta. So, picnic date. You are doing a Kahoot with a group and your partner. Do you let them win? Fuck no, dude. Them winning is disrespectful to me. That's one of them. I will kick their ass into next Tuesday. I'm not fucking letting them win. Are you serious? I would rather die than lose at a Kahoot. When's the last time y'all did a Kahoot? What was that one called? I know Megan knows. Was it... Oh, shit. Booklet. Book it. That shit was where it was at. Kahoot is so fucking 2015, bro. Book it is where it's at. And, like, when's the last time you guys played Kahoot? Don't even think about it. Don't even try to think about it. Or maybe I'm just old. I mean, are there people in here that are still in high school doing that stuff? If so, keep that to yourself. You ask someone out on a date. Do you pay? Of course. They're not allowed to pay. Absolutely. Heart emoji. I'm too nervous to ask someone out. No, we can split. No. Well, if I ask someone out, then I think that payment is on me. So I'm gonna go, of course. How do you spend your free time? Reading reading fan fiction. Writing, drawing, anything artistic really. I already know that that's the fucking answer. Hands-on let's read through them first though just to be sure. Hands-on activities, woodworking, metalworking, clay, etc., being active, hiking, swimming, sports, cooking, listening to music, spending time with my friends. Now, there's three choices to choose from. Writing, drawing, anything artistic, listening to music, spending time with my friends. I'm gonna go with anything artistic because when I'm at an interview and they ask me, what do you do in your free time? This is exactly what I say. Writing, drawing, anything artistic, really. So it's perfect. When you play open world games, Minecraft, Terraria, Ark, what do you enjoy doing? Exploring, building, I take other people's stuff for funsies. Farming, mining, pet collecting, PvP, resource hoarding, flower picking. I mean, if I'm thinking Minecraft, I don't know what good exploring will do. Um, not farming, not flower picking. I think I'm mining. I'm either building or mining. I'm gonna go mining. Let's do mining. What the fuck does this have to do? Just tell me if I'm alpha or omega, dude. Why are you asking me questions about Minecraft? Best question ever. What is your favorite color? Natural colors like earthy browns and greens. Any cool color except for neons. Jewel tones. Pastels. Black, maybe with an accent color. Neons. Warm colors. So we know what my emo ass is picking. Can you guess? Pastels. Joking! Black. You find out your friends have a group chat excluding you. What do you do? Kill myself? Where's the option where I kill myself? Where's the option where I hurt myself and others? Immediate violence. What friends? They aren't mine. Ignore it. People can do whatever they want. Talk about it with another friend group. I'm a little gossip. Cry, then cut them off. Talk it over with them. Talk it over with them. I love being in a friend group with open, communicative people because if there's an issue, we can talk about it and work on it and find solutions. What website do you spend most of your time on? AO3, YouTube, Spotify, Discord, Reddit, Twitter or Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram/Snapchat, movies, Netflix, Hulu, Disney, Pinterest. Okay. So I know for a fact that it's YouTube, so I'm gonna click that. A close second is Pinterest, though. I fucking love Pinterest. Pick your ideal superpower. Mind control, invisibility, shapeshifter, healing, super strength, pyrokinesis. Talk to animals, immortality, time manipulation. Now, in what fucked up world is immortality a superpower? I need you to be so fucking for real. That is a nightmare. And I mean, if you think being immortal is a superpower, then I think you need to look up the fear of death and dying. Where is my... Actually, time manipulation would be a really cool thing. Invisibility, I don't give a fuck. Mind control, that sounds really invasive and I would weigh horribly on my conscience. Shapeshifter. Super strength, I don't give a fuck about pyrokinesis. In what world is pyrokinesis on this list and not like teleportation? Pyrokinesis is such a specific thing. I'm gonna blow things up with my mind. Who would be picking that option? And I do wonder what that says about you. So I wonder what the results will be on this quiz, but I won't pick it. I'm gonna go, out of these options, I'm going time manipulation. That sounds intriguing. Do you platonically flirt with your friends? Yes, no, I want to. It's not platonic anymore. I've been suffering for so long. God help me. I'm so sorry that made me laugh. They kind of got my ass. Do you platonically flirt with your friends? Yeah. How do you handle stress? Violence, journal, art, take a walk, cry my feelings out, abuse others about it, vent to others, ignore it, it'll go away eventually, I just have to ignore it and it won't matter. I'm gonna choose vent to others. What's your role in a group project? I like to be in charge, I do whatever needs to be done, I do the bare minimum, make sure everyone else does their shit. Group? Nobody wants to group with me, LMAO.
Cute? I'm not cute. I mean, my parents.
Wait, I can do my froppy accent.
Really? Cute? I'm not cute. I mean, my parents call me cute.
Did I say froppy accent or froppy impression? My froppy accent. I do whatever needs to be done. Dogs or cats? Dogs, cats, both. Both. Do you need to go out late at night to... Oh, you need to go out late at night to go to the store. It's pitch black and the street lights are the only source of light. What do you do? I simply won't go. Why the fuck am I going alone? Phone a friend. I'm scared. Who really needs food anyway? Yes, I'm buff as fuck. Yeah, just a little dark, lol. Make someone else go. Wait until morning. Yeah, just a little dark, lol. You're sitting in class. Holy fuck. I'm sorry, I just read that there were 45 questions and we're on question 16. I'm not doing 45 questions. I'm so sorry that all of that was in vain because I'm not doing 45 questions. Okay, ABO quiz. Oh my god, aboquiz.org. Y'all are getting serious. Are you an alpha, beta, or omega in the omegaverse? Start quiz now. It's gonna like make me put my email in so that I can get the... Okay. Omegaverse deep assessment. Okay, there's only 20 questions on this one. We're gonna try to power through because I'm so sorry I wasted your time. During a work meeting, when the team reaches a deadlock, you typically directly propose solutions and take control of the discussion, patiently listen to everyone's ideas and find common ground. That sounds right. When you feel stressed, your body naturally becomes tense and radiates an authoritative presence. Tries to create a peaceful atmosphere to help others relax, becomes more sensitive, able to sense others' emotions, fluctuations. I read that so wrong, I'm sorry. Seeks quiet spaces and needs alone time. Seeks quiet spaces and needs alone time. At this point, if I read an answer and I think, yeah, that's good enough, then I'm just going to click that one. No, but this is an important quiz. I need to find out if I'm alpha, omega, or beta. In romantic relationships, what you value most is being a protector and guide for your partner. Building an equal and mutually supportive partnership. Deep emotional connection and spiritual resonance. Being understood and cherished with a sense of security. Being understood and cherished. Let's go with that. When facing conflict, your first reaction is to confront the issue directly and resolve it with authority. Find a compromise that satisfies everyone. Feel anxious and hope the conflict ends quickly. Avoid the conflict and wait for it to resolve naturally. Find a compromise that satisfies. At social gatherings, you typically become the center of attention. Move between different groups, facilitating communication. Seek deep conversations and avoid superficial interactions. I'm so sorry I'm speeding through this and I can't speak correctly. This is gonna be absolute and utter ass, dude. Keep a low profile and observe others' interaction patterns. Boring! Yeah, we'll do seek deep conversations and avoid superficial interactions. Your ideal work environment is... I can already tell it's not the first one because the leadership position is wrong. A collaborative team with mutual support and harmony. Creative space where you can freely express your inner thoughts. A quiet, independent... Okay, it's between collaborative team and creative space. Because... Let's do a collaborative team. When you enter a new environment, your aura typically gives people the feeling of... Not strong and commanding. Gentle and friendly. Mysterious and magnetic. Low-key and reserved. Okay, we're between gentle and friendly and mysterious and magnetic. Would you guys describe me as mysterious and magnetic? Someone tell me yes. My heart is telling me mysterious and magnetic. And that's the right answer. And if you thought it was the gentle and friendly option, you'd be wrong. Think again. I'm majestic and magnetic. In modern society, what method do you most often use to hide your true self? Pretend to be irrational. Deliberately act rebellious and independent to mask inner dependency needs. Wow. I never thought about it that way before. Like, what if I don't hide my true self? What if I don't? What if I'm literally balls to the fucking wall anytime I'm in modern society, you know? Okay, we're gonna do act easygoing and friendly. How quick is your intuitive response? Fast and decisive, consider the impact on others first, extremely keen, need time to process. Need time to process. Lord knows my intuitive response is not good. When you're angry, people around you typically feel disappointment and sadness that makes people want to comfort you, strong emotional fluctuations that affects the entire cold distance, as if invisible barriers have been erected. That's my invisible barrier going up because I'm angry. I don't know, cold distance, I guess? What type of person are you most easily attracted to? Gentle and obedient people who trigger your protective instincts. Balanced and stable people who give you a sense of security. Strong and dominating people who can lead you. Unique and mysterious people with deep inner depth. Alright. Strong and dominant, unique and mysterious. I have to think about this. Or balanced and stable. Balanced and stable, that's the better option, actually. In a group, your natural position is not core leader, coordinator, no, emotional pillar, no, peripheral observer. And we know what I mean. Your creativity is mainly expressed through strategic planning, improving processes, artistic expression. Yep, that's the one. Okay. When you feel misunderstood, you will directly clarify, patiently explain, or feel hurt and hope for understanding. Choose silence and retreat into your inner worlds. I must go to my mind palace. Patiently explain and work to eliminate misunderstandings. Your pheromone aura gives people the first impression of strong and dominating, gentle and soothing, sweet and alluring, stable and profound. Now, this is a great time to bring this up because me and my friends sat in a circle and sniffed each other's armpits last night to see what each other smelled like and if it was repulsive or not as repulsive. Now, can those people tell me now, when you smelled my armpit, does it smell strong and dominating, gentle and soothing, sweet and alluring, or stable and profound? Girl, your armpit smell got you feeling stable and profound. Damn, did you guys smell that guy's BO? It smells strong and dominating. I mean, they said that they couldn't smell me because they had deodorant on, which thank God. Because I talked about this before. I get chemical burns for that shit. It better smell like deodorant. I'm gonna guess they're in between gentle and soothing, sweet. Actually, can I call them right now? That's actually a great idea. Hold on. This might be a great idea. I just love my boys. Let me call them. They're all like working right now. And I got off work and I'm like, what does my armpit smell like to you? Nobody's answering. I'm gonna kill myself. Guys, please, I need to know. Guys, please. I have. They're all working right now. I have an important question. Oh my god. I really hope they respond. Okay, what's the strong and dominating, gentle and soothing, sweet and alluring? Okay, hold on. I need to. Let me see. Let me see that. Guys, when you smelled my armpit, would you say it smelled strong and dominating, gentle and soothing, sweet and alluring, or stable and profound? Please get back to me as soon as you can. I'm so scared. Nobody's answering. I'm gonna have to man up and I'm gonna have to pick an option myself. But this is like a perfect source. This is a perfect source for the answer that we need. So I need this to happen. Crazy message to receive. Guys, when you smelled my armpit, would you say it smelled strong and dominating, gentle and soothing, sweet and alluring, or stable and profound? Please get back to me as soon as you can. What an upsetting... What an upsetting message to receive when you're in the middle, when you're like 6 hours deep into your shift. That one unemployed friend. I am employed. My hours just really suck. So now I'm sitting here asking my friend what they think about my armpit so that I can take an omegaverse quiz. I'm not getting that answer and we must move on. But, I mean, I care about that answer, and so I'll know in my heart when they respond. Gentle and soothing, sweet and alluring. Okay, triggering others' protective instincts. No. Making people feel relaxed and healed, gentle and soothing. Stable and profound, like a mysterious yet safe forest. Okay, well, I'm not making people feel protective. I would hope not. We'll do the gentle and soothing. When facing deadline pressure, your performance is become more efficient and focused, showing strong execution. Coordinate arrangements to ensure everyone can finish on time. Experience large emotional fluctuations, needing emotional support to persist. Burst with inspiration at the last moment. Yeah. In intimate relationships, what you fear most is losing control, destroying harmony, being abandoned, losing independence. Okay, so I already know it's not losing control. Destroying harmony. It's definitely between destroying harmony and losing independence. Can you guess what happened? Can you guess why it cut out? And can you answer me this? Why do I pay $10 a month for storage when you're just gonna... Okay, we have 3 questions left of this quiz. In intimate relationships, what you fear most is... Let's go with destroying harmony. We're going to get through this. The most common challenge you face in modern workplace is need to suppress natural leadership, maintaining collaborative spirit, hiding emotional fluctuations, maintaining innovative thinking. Maintaining innovative thinking. When you truly relax, your aura becomes warm and embracing, light and cheerful, soft and innocent, deep and serene. Deep and serene? Well, I guess. If you could choose, what kind of superpower would you most want to have? Again, the superpower question. Mind control, why is that? Healing powers, mind reading, also really invasive. Space-time manipulation. And I have to go with the space-time manipulation once again. Creative Omega. You are a creative dreamer with a unique worldview and artistic talent. You express your inner world through creative work. This is the exact... I mean, I could have told you that. I could have told you I was Creative Omega. I knew I would be an Omega. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm so happy to be an Omega. Alright, and with that, I will let you guys go, because my phone might explode if I film 1 more minute. Love you all so deeply. Thank you for twinking about it with me, and I'll see you next time.